Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about waiting in confusion, how to wait in confusion. 2 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 33 tells us that God is not a God of confusion. We hear this, we see this, and we assume that as disciples of Jesus, we will always have the answers. We will not be confused ourselves. We expect that God will always explain himself every step of the way. We expect that he would always shield us from confusion, since he's not a God of confusion. God will not confuse us. Circumstances will confuse us. That's not a realistic expectation. God did not promise that we won't have situations that won't confuse us. That was never a promise. On the contrary, Jesus said that the peace he gives is the kind of peace that this world does not give. It's not the kind of peace rooted in comfortable circumstances. It's not the kind of peace rooted in predictability. It's not the kind of peace rooted in security, in material security. The kind of peace he gives is one that steals our souls, is one that grounds us even in the midst of chaos, storms, troubles, trials. That's the kind of peace that Jesus gives. The one that grounds us even in the midst of discomfort. This is the reason why Paul said in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 8 that we are perplexed but not driven to despair. If you are in this situation, don't ever think that you are a second-class citizen in the kingdom of God. This has nothing to do with your faith. This has nothing to do with God's love for you. These are expected circumstances. Paul was a man that was greatly used by the Lord. We see him here expressing this reality. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. So this is a very realistic expectation for all of us. So yes,